What's up, guys? Spiritual Lemonade back with another video. We got a very special album we're checking out today. We got Ethel, Cain's brand new album, and I have several things I want to say before I get into this. I'm recording this right as the album's dropping. It's about to drop in like 1 minute. I'm a little nervous only because I'm going into this a little bit different than I went into her other albums, Preacher's Daughter and Perverts, when I reacted to both of those albums. They had already been out and they already had lyrics to them. So I'm a little nervous that it's just a complete blind reaction and I don't have lyrics up. So I'm going to have to really pay attention first listen. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that I missed throughout this video. Another thing I wanted to mention, I did get Preacher's Daughter on vinyl. Let's see if I can... The glare's pretty bad here, but I did get the Preacher's Daughter vinyl, and I got the new album on pre-order, so hopefully that will be delivered at my doorstep as soon as possible. But the new album, Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You, is about to drop. Well, it should be out right now. Let me refresh. Listen now. There we go. We refreshed. It's here. It's an hour, 13 minutes long. I'm going to try my best to do this without editing at all. So it's going to be just my raw reaction, no edits, no anything. I will say the only single that I reacted to was Nettles. The other one, F Me Eyes, was dropped a couple weeks ago. Did not react to it, but I have heard it. So I'm excited for this. We got 10 brand new songs. Before we get into this, remember, when life gives us lemons, we praise the Lord. When life takes our lemons, we still praise the Lord. Yes, I am a Christian. I do. You can go back to my Preacher's Daughter reaction. I talk a little bit more on why I like her music, Ethel Cain's music. I'm not going to do that whole thing again. But yeah, let's get into the first track, Janie Boom. Actually, it looks like there is lyrics. Maybe? No. Dang it.
Just by nature, easy to hate.
Also, I totally blanked on the introduction here. I should have said this before we even started to listen to this, but it's a prequel to Preacher's Daughter. If you don't know, Preacher's Daughter is one of 3 albums. It's a trilogy that she is planning on releasing. This is not in the trilogy, but it's a prequel to Preacher's Daughter.
Easy to blame. Shoot me down.
Hold up 1 second. I'm going to pause one more time. I have lyrics pulled up on Genius. It looks like there might be some lyrics written down for at least this first song.
Come on, hurt me. I'm wide open and deserving. Please don't leave me. I'll always need more. Please
So Janie, I have not heard of the character Janie before in the Preacher's Daughter story, but it seems like Janie from the Genius annotations here, she is a very close friend of Ethel's, and she's talking to both Janie in the beginning of the song, and now in this part right here, she's more talking to Janie's boyfriend, asking him to not take Janie away from her. So that's what's going on so far.
In the night, you don't want me, but I still play pretend like I don't watch you leaving. I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you. It's not looking good, but did it ever? Low stakes, low fate, but I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. You keep changing. I will stay the same. And turn the page to find it blank, except for my last name. I know you love her, but she was my sister first.
Wow. Okay, so a couple other things I found from Genius. It looks like this relationship with Janie is like just straight up a friendship, a really close friendship, almost like a sisterly bond. And she's just, it's like the one relationship she has. It says this could be the only relationship she has where there is no like sexual kind of relationship going on. It is purely friendship, and she does not want to lose Janie. And then also a little side note that Janie and Ethel's relationship feels pretty similar to Laura Palmer and Donna Hayward's relationship, characters from Twin Peaks. I've heard of Twin Peaks before. I have not seen it, so I'm not entirely sure what that all means. I hope that means the same thing that I just said. But we're going into the second song, Willoughby's Theme. Let's get it. No lyrics on this one for me. very dark piano. Like the reverb is a little haunting. Feeling like a movie score almost. It definitely got a lot more like hopeful and happy there at the end. Yeah, so we got Willoughby's Theme, and then halfway through the album we have Willoughby's Interlude. Definitely there weren't any lyrics on there, so there's nothing to break down lyric wise from it. The only thing I could take away is possibly, like, I know that Ethel wants to make at least the Preacher Daughters trilogy into a movie. I don't know if this would be part of that movie or not, but that definitely sounds like a movie score to me. I really liked that. Speaking of like Ethel's kind of instrumental music, not necessarily this vibe right here, but more of the Pervert's kind of ambient drone style music. I make music myself, and I just dropped my first fully produced song, and it's definitely more of the Pervert's ambient drone kind of vibe to it. It's called A Big Ugly Worm, Spiritual Lemonade on Spotify. Shameless little plug right there. But yeah, the little instrumental here reminded me I actually just dropped tonight too. But we got the two singles for the album up next, back to back. My favorite of the two is up next. F Me Eyes, let's get it. Also meant to say two things before going into this specific song. First thing is, although it's my favorite out of the two, lyrically and like story wise, I'm not quite sure how it's gonna fit into this album, just because it's a lot more not lighthearted, I would say. That's not really the term for it, but compared to some of Ethel's darker songs, this is more of like a free-spirited kind of sounding song, in my opinion, compared to the other single like Nettles, which is just very more of a serious Ethel Cain song. That was the one thing. I'm forgetting what the other one was. I'll think about it. Let you guys know.
She really gets around town in her own Cadillac, in her mom's jeans that she cut to really show off her ass. She's got her makeup done and her high heels on. She's got her hair up to...
Oh, the other thing. I was watching a interview that she did with, I think it was Popcast, I think was the name of the channel. And she announced, I don't know if this was the official announcement, but I heard on that podcast that she's now independent again. So this album is an independent release. So I just wanted to say shout out to her for going independent. I love when artists are independent and just are able to do whatever they want with their music.
She's gonna get what she wants. Her nails are heartbreak red, 'cause she's a bad motherfucker, and all the boys wanna love her when she bets her fuck me eyes. She goes to church straight from the clubs. They say she looks just like her mama. Before the drugs, she just laughs and says, I know. She really taught me well. She's no good at raising children, but she's good at raising hell. Her daddy keeps her in a box, but it's no good. The boys can't get enough of her and her honey. Fuck me eyes.
I love that little riff when she does that. That's like my favorite part of the song. Aside from the nice like synths throughout the song, that was the only instrument I played in the song that I dropped today. That was the only instrument in there that I played was the synth.
Boys can't get enough of her and her honey. Fuck me eyes. She's just along for the ride. She's scared of nothing but the passenger side of some old man struck in a dark parking lot. She's just trying to feel good right now. They wanna take her out, but no one ever wants to take.
You know what? Yeah, lighthearted was not a good way to preface this song. It's still not exactly how I want to describe it. I think free-spirited was more what I was meaning, where it's like, in certain parts of the song, especially the hook, it's more free-spirited. But like this chorus right here, I guess it's the chorus it says right here, definitely kind of deals with her view of men in like past relationships, maybe like older men mistreating her and stuff, like nowhere to go, she's just along for the ride, she's scared of nothing but the passenger's ride or side of some old man's truck in the dark parking lot. She's just trying to feel good right now, but they all want to take her out, kind of just alluding to like bad past relationships.
She's too young to get in. They ask her why she talks so loud. What'd she do with all that? Boy, if you're not scared of Jesus, fuck around and come find out. She's got the radio and blasting with a big white smile. Pretty baby with the miles. And when she leaves, see her wipe and her fuck me eyes. Oh God, she's just along for the ride. She's scared of nothing but the passenger side of some old man's truck in a dark parking lot. She's just trying to feel good right now. They wanna take her out, but no one ever wants to take her out.
Bro, the synth right here. Crazy.
Never wants to take her out. No one ever wants to take her I'll never blame her, I kinda hate her. I'll never be that kind of angel. I'll never be kind enough to me. I'll never blame her for trying to make it, but I'll never be that kind of angel would see. What a girl, she's just along for the ride. She's scared of nothing but the passenger side. Someone's stuck in my dark
Right.
She's just trying to feel good now. She really gets you on time. She really gets you on time. She really gets you on time.
Okay, so that song, I was reading an annotation on Genius. There's a character in here named Holly, who Ethel is talking about. That's what most of the song is about. I feel like I vaguely remember when I did my Preacher's Daughter reaction, and I was like looking at notes and stuff about the album. I feel like that name may have popped up, but I don't remember it enough. I'm not a huge rememberer of all the characters in the story. So let me know in the comments who exactly Holly is. Maybe I'll find out more as the album goes on. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going into the next song. I already did a full reaction to it. We're still going to listen all the way through anyway. Nettles, let's get it. Yeah, switching up the vibe with the instruments on this one. I remember that. Got a little bit of like country sounding stuff going on.
doctors gave you until the end of the night, but not to daylight, not to daylight. Time passes slow in the flicker of the hospital light. I pray the race is worth the fight. Made a fool of myself down on Tennessee Street. It wasn't pretty
Hey, I'm from Tennessee, let's go.
like the movies. It was ugly like what they all did to me. And they did to me what I wouldn't do to anyone. You know that's for sure. Tell me all the time not to worry. Think of all the time I'll have with you when I won't wake up on my own. Wake up on my own. Held close all the time, knowing I'm half of you. Lay me down where the trees bend low. Put me down where the greenery stings. I can hear them singing. To love me is to suffer me. And I believe it. When I lay with you in that old lane room, wishing I was the way you say you are. You go fight a war, I'll call myself. I want you for me. It's not that hard. That picture on the wall you're scared of looks just like you. I wanna bleed, I wanna hurt the way that boys do. Maybe you're right, and we should stop watching the news. 'Cause baby, I've never seen brown eyes look so blue. All the time, not to worry, not to worry. Think of all the time I'll have with you when I won't wake up on my own. Wake up on my own. Held close all the
Bro, now that I'm listening to this again, like I've listened to this several times since it dropped, as well as the other single. I like the other one better for a while. Now that I'm listening to this, I think I do think Nettles might be the better single. I don't know.
time, knowing I'm half of you. Think of us inside after the wedding. Suffering the world to lay a time or two when we won't wake up on our own. Wake up on our own. Close all the time, knowing
transition, maybe? I don't know. Not really. But I didn't do a great job of explaining the first time when I reacted to this what the song's about. It's about Ethel kind of going through this kind of anxious thought of losing Willoughby, and it's her thought of like the ways that she could lose him. And I wanted to touch on a lyric at the beginning of the song. When the plant blew up, a piece of shrapnel flew and slowed that part of you. It says in the Genius annotation, it's meaning like a plant isn't a factory plant, and like the shrapnel flying and like slicing him and like injuring him basically. But when it like nettles is a plant, so like my first thought is like when the plant blew up, like when it started growing, a piece of shrapnel flew and slowed that part of you. I'm not sure if that's a reference to an actual physical plant like a nettle, or if it is just straight up like a factory plant. I don't know if I'm reading into it too much or not. That was just like, I'm not sure. You let me know what you guys think it's meaning in the comments. But yeah, that was my thoughts on that lyric. I really like this song a lot. I think I actually do prefer this one over the other single. But we're going into Willoughby's Interlude. Let's get it. No lyrics again.
What do you want, darling?
Maybe another instrumental. The church organ going. Yeah, a lot more somber sounding here. Perfect, almost like after Nettles, a song talking about Ethel's anxious thoughts of how she could lose Willoughby Tucker, and then going into this where it's like continuing that like deep like somber kind of mood. I like it. Very ambient. Got like some fuzzy, staticky noises going on. Very interesting. So this interlude kept that same mood, as I said before, as Nettles, very like dark and somber, but then towards the end of that interlude, it almost had a totally different vibe switch. And I'm not even entirely sure what that vibe was. It just felt like the mood shifted slightly at the end, and I'm not sure if it's in a good way or a bad way. I'm sure we'll find out with this next song, Dust Bowl. Let's get it.
Pretty boy, natural blood staying blonde, with the holes in his sneakers, and his eyes all over me, driving, slasher flick again, feeling me up as a porn star does. He's watching me instead. 8th grade death pack strike me dead. All of Alabama laid out in front of your eyes.
Wow.
But all you could see was me. You walked in, you were singing. You tried to wait in 'cause you wanted just to tell me who you were. You were kind. Done to tell me you wait if I have to make sure.
Also, don't be offended if you see songs that I like and then other songs I don't. It's gonna take several listens for me to be able to like figure out which ones I'm gonna listen to in the context of like just a random playlist as opposed to just in the album. Because I feel like even with Preacher's Daughter, There's several songs on there that I absolutely love, but I only listen to it when I listen to the entire album. There's only a few songs on Preacher's Daughter, which is a perfect album. It's a 10 out of 10. That's what I gave it on Music Board. Like, it is a perfect album, but there's songs I just wouldn't put in a playlist. So the songs that I like are just ones I could see myself adding to a playlist.
Pretty boy, scared of the rain, by God. Tender the row of your violets, with your eyes all over me, watching, hoping the wind blows slowly so I can keep you a moment. Grew up hard, fell off harder. Cooking our brain, smoking that shit your daddy smoked in Vietnam.
Oh my gosh.
He'd be a writer if he didn't leave all his healthy. Saying if you could, you'd leave it I knew it was wrong when I rode home crying, thinking of you fucking other girls. Knowing you said that you're in love, I never wondered if you're pretty boy, consumed by death, with the holes in his sneakers, and his eyes all over me, 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 over.
Yeah, so at the end of the song says pretty boy consumed by death. I don't know if at this point it means that Willoughby has passed at this point or not. This is why it's going to take me several listens before I fully understand what's going on. I'm pretty sure by the end of the album he will have passed away, or at least leaves Ethel. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to point out at the beginning, I have at least one coworker that I got into Ethel Cain, and then another one that I'm trying to get him to listen to Preacher's Daughter, and then obviously this one. But yeah, we were trying to think of what Willoughby Tucker would look like just based off of what we know. Like if they were to make a movie about Ethel Cain's albums, like what would the character look like? And really all we knew for sure was the brown eyes from Nettles. And then we were just trying to think of like what else he would look like. And in the beginning, I think one of my coworkers said like blonde hair, and at the beginning of this song it says natural blood stained blonde. And I said he would be wearing sneakers. My coworker was like, nah, Willoughby would be wearing like bare feet and jeans. And I'm like, nah, he'd be wearing shoes. And in fact, he has sneakers that do have holes in them, so I guess like his feet are exposed to the ground. I don't know. I feel like I was right on that one. But yeah, we're going into the next song, A Knock at the Door. Let's get it. It's a shorter song. It's 5 minutes long, as opposed to like 8 or 6, 7 minutes long. So let's get it.
Staying in the state playing.
Wait, what?
Staying in the state playing. You with both your fists, and you're not scared of one knock on the door. Everything I love, I've left it straight to death. So I'm still scared of
The lore on this one.
No one should ever see their friend. They've known since they were just kids. From up and lighted on the floor. You never need to call my name, though I love it all the same. I know you by your knock on the door. I know you by your footsteps on the floor.
definitely a lot of different inspirations from Perverts, or like similarities in production on some of these songs, especially this one. Like kind of that ambient and like just a lot of weird noises going on, that I feel like was really, that part of Ethel's art was showcased really well on Perverts. But she's doing a good job on kind of incorporating pieces of that within this project as well. But the lore, as I was saying at the beginning of the song, is crazy on this one. So, like, if you've picked up on Willoughby and his relationship with his father throughout this album so far, obviously it's not a great relationship. He doesn't really like his father at all, from what I can gather. And he kind of is, it says in the annotation here, Willoughby is very similar to Ethel, while Willoughby took action to try and separate himself from his generational sting. He like literally wanted to distance himself. He didn't want to look or like have any resemblance of his father. Ethel is still haunted by the love her father had for her, at one point in time. Always looking back and desiring the love from a male figure she's so desperately perverted to be normal, which that lore right there is crazy. But it also said, because Willoughby's apathy towards his father, even in his current state, Willoughby doesn't care whether he lives or dies, saying that he isn't scared of the knock on the door, and by extension, the message of death on the other side. So I feel like on this one, even though there wasn't a ton of lyrics, still probably one of the bigger songs with like a lot of lore to it. Another little thing about, I think it was Nettles, that song was apparently dropped on SoundCloud like 4 years ago at this point, like 2021. So that's been around for a while. I don't know if this project has been like in the process of being made for a long time or not. But that's crazy that it's been out for like that long, and this album is just now being released. We got Radio Towers up next. Let's go. Maybe another instrumental here. There's no lyrics. There's like the heart monitor beep, I think. Or like a beacon beeping. It's changing a little bit. Changing again. Ooh, solid transition right there. Yeah, I know I said this already, but it's gonna take me several listens to fully understand everything, especially these instrumentals, because there's obviously a reason they're on this album. It's part of the story. There's not like she's not putting these songs in there just to put random instrumentals throughout this. There's definitely meaning. Like the entirety of Perverts is an insane body of work that has a lot of meaning, but there's very few lyrics on there. But the instrumental and like everything going on is what is the story. So I'm especially when these instrumentals are placed in between songs with lyrics, it definitely is telling part of the story. I just need to listen several more times, maybe watch some other YouTubers react, and if they have more knowledge about what's going on, I will learn from them as well. But this was probably my favorite like instrumental track on this record so far. And you think, oh, we're on song 9 out of 10. The album's almost done. You thought wrong. We still have about 30 minutes left of content on this album. We have 2 songs left. One is 10 minutes, one is 15. Yeah, you better buckle up because we still got some songs to break down here. We got a 10-minute long song, Tempest. Let's get it. And that transition again, super fire. gotta say this up front. This song is the only song it says on Genius on this project that is from Willoughby's perspective. So this entire song is from his perspective, not Ethel Cain's. Just wanted to put that out there. And another like little bit of lore here. I guess some of what was going on in radio towers, like part of the ambience was the sound of a tornado, which apparently is Willoughby's greatest fear, is weather, specifically bad weather, I think. So that is a really cool little side note as well, and that sound is also incorporated in this instrumental, it sounds like. Crazy.
I don't care. Do you swing from your neck with the hope someone cares?
Wow.
Just go easy on me.
The mind games going on between Willoughby and Ethel right here. Willoughby is like taunting Ethel with the same lyric from Family Tree, talking about like swinging from your neck on the family tree. Wow, that's crazy.
I'm young and I don't know what I need. I can lead you to bed, but I can't make you sleep. I've heard it before from someone who
I love the drums there too. was gonna wait till the end of the album to make this comment, but I've never listened through an entire album like this, and every single lyric has an annotation. And not only that, but each annotation is literally a book written with an insane amount of lore. And on this lyric, it's literally, the lyric is just the word forever. There's a whole book written about just that one lyric. It's crazy to me. Like, how do you, like, this is more than just music, and even it's a literal story that she's writing, a world that she's creating, just an insane concept. Like, she's a really good concept album artist, which is why I like Preacher's Daughter so much, and Perverts. Both, I think Perverts is also a 10 out of 10, but in a totally different way. She's just a really good storyteller. Alright, we got the last song, Waco, Texas. Buckle up for a 15-minute long song. Let's finish strong here.
is blue and a second offbeat. Always tugging at me like he's running out of daylight. Yeah, my baby acts cool this world, but I still believe in Nebraska dreaming. 'Cause I'd rather die than be anything but sure.
Okay, so it seems like I was a little bit off on my prediction of Willoughby actually passing away. It seems like at the end here that what ended up happening is Ethel had this image of a perfect, like, partner, I guess, and Willoughby Tucker just was not living up to that standard. So, I guess because of that, there was like tension there, and it just ended up like not working out between them. So it's not like he physically passed away. It was more like I guess they went off, split up, and he was more like just dead to her in a sense, not physically dead. So, man, that's crazy. I'm definitely going to have to listen to this several more times, get the full context of everything, because as I said before, there's literally an annotation for every individual lyric on this album, and every single annotation is like a book with links to articles and all that. It's literally insane. If I were to go bar for bar, lyric for lyric on this album and break it down, I guarantee you this video would be like 5 or 6 hours long. So it'll be fun to go back and listen again, maybe tomorrow at work or this weekend. And as I'm listening, read every individual annotation. I just didn't have the time tonight. But yeah, huge fan of Ethel Cain. Excited to get the vinyl in the mail for this one. I think eventually I will be rating it on Music Board. If you guys are watching and you also use Music Board, my link for that will be in the description. The link to Ethel Cain on Instagram will be down there. The link to the album as well will be in the description if you want to go follow and keep up to date with everything that she releases. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I know I did miss a lot of stuff, so let me know in the comments what your thoughts and opinions on this project are. Did it live up to your expectations of this release? I'm excited for the trilogy to continue. I'm not sure when the second album will be dropping for that. If anyone has any idea, let me know in the comments as well on that. I do want to do an inbred reaction at some point. I know I had said in the comment section of either the Perverts or Preacher's Daughter album reaction that I would be doing that. So be on the lookout for that video, because I am still for sure going to do that at some point. But yeah. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever time you're watching this video. Go be fruitful. Let's go.